All right, that's enough of that. Welcome, everybody. We're doing a little bit of an impromptu session since we weren't able to do our regular session this week. We're doing a little bit of a side one shot here, kind of veering off of the normal storyline and have a little fun tonight. We're only 3 players strong, so that plays a part. As well as moving into the next part of our campaign. So this is still Sword and Bone, our long running campaign that we've had for several sessions. And yeah, so these are the normal guys. We've got Adrian, Nick, and Wes, and we're gonna just do a little high level one shot. Test out some of the Arkans from the for the upcoming campaign setting guide, A Dead Man's Guide to Dragongrin, Dead Man's Guide to Dragongrin from Absolute Tabletop. Excellent content thus far, and we're going to be testing one of the playtest materials, the Arkans, Relics of the Past, I think it is. So we're going to mess around with that a little bit. So if you see some things that don't make a lot of sense, it's probably that. So don't freak out. You can go get the playtest now for free on their website, absolutetabletop.com, I believe. Hopefully that's all correct. I'll try and put some of the information for that in the description below, so you can go check it out.
Sponsored by Doritos.
Sponsored by Mountain Dew.
Actually, it's Coca-Cola.
Get out.
But it's my cock cup.
Pepsi can, Coca-Cola glass. I don't give a damn.
Sponsor
All right,
us, please.
Sponsor, please.
Please. All right, yeah. So let's get right into it. So the 3 of you have spent the better part of a week now, probably meandering through this cave. You've taken your breaks in between, and you feel fairly well rested, ready to start this day's adventure, but you know that you are coming close to something big, and you have a feeling as to what it might be, but you don't really know for sure. Some of the crazed markings on the walls of the cavern, random etchings and remnants left behind, kind of lead you all towards this one idea that there might be a dragon living in these caves, but you haven't found any conclusive evidence yet. Along the way, you guys have found a few Arkans, so you know that this cave is as good as it is purported to be a good place to find these relics. And you assume that if there is a dragon here, that chances are it has collected most of the good artifacts, and that's where you want to go. So that's where you guys are headed now. Driven by not too much more than greed and fame, you guys head into this cave. And as you are leading down the path, it's really only one way for you to go at this point. You start to notice that some of the walls start almost changing in their formation. You can see that there may have been some. There's definitely something living here, and but there's a lot of creatures living here. But this one has a lot more control over the area that it's living in. You can see some things just looking out of place and unnatural in the way that they're shaped, or the way that they've kind of colored weird, or something like that. So as you guys are kind of walking down this hall, go ahead and introduce yourselves and kind of give a short description of what you're doing, what you look like, and before we get into this.
All right, cool. No one else is gonna go.
Nope.
All right, my
Sorry.
name.
Finishing
what?
stuff.
Okay.
No. You go.
If you want to go, Adrian, be the big man. Do it.
No. Okay, I go. My name, or my character's name, I'm gonna play as Aiden, a human druid ranger. And yes, he has been a ranger for most of his life. And somewhere in the wild, he met this group of druids from which he befriended, and then they taught him some of their art, their mysticism, and he learned to care more about nature than he did before. And now he's just trying to get rid of any unnatural creature and just restore nature to its normal equilibrium. Physical traits: he's dark-skinned. He's a very hairy guy. He's tall but slender. He's always trying to move around swiftly and without being noticed. Basically.
Very nice, very nice. Who's next?
Alright. I'll take the initiative for the second one, so I don't be a fuck ass, quote unquote, Kyle. The character I'll be playing is Gibby. He is a monk going with the sun, soul of the sun, some shit like that. I don't remember, but he's basically a Dragon Ball character. He's gone ahead and traveled throughout the land to different temples and different dojos to learn several different martial arts. Trying to become proficient in all of them, but not being able to master them all just yet. He is seeking out mostly this layer to find anything that will teach him anything extra, or to fight some type of strong creature or opponent. He literally lives to. He's just Goku. That's his main goal. He's Goku. He fights strong people, and that's what he wants to do. Probably, I would say, I didn't even think about how tall he is. About 6 foot, has white hair, pretty much a normal dojo gi, but they're cut off the sleeves, and basically that's it. He's pretty straightforward. He's Goku, and Goku's a jackass.
Just like you. And then Wes.
Okay, my name is Rolf. I'm a Goliath. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I've been following these two guys for a while, and money just keeps falling into my lap, so I never really stop. I've been going through some really weird shit for the past 10 levels, and I haven't been able to sort it out, but I don't know. I keep getting rich, and it doesn't stop. And these guys are kind of weird, but as long as the money keeps going, I'm cool. As a Goliath, I'm standing at about 7'6", so I hit my head on a lot of stuff, which is fine. And the mugs are always too small. But yeah, I know I'm probably going to get killed this time around, but it's cool since things have gotten weird, kind of awkward lately, so it's all good. I'm ready for death. That's what I'm saying.
We all
Excellent. Perfect. So, as you guys are meandering, and Rolf, even you being as large as you are, able to fit down this very open, cavernous hallway, very high ceilings, and definitely meant for larger creatures, or for a lot of traffic to move through there. And you can notice in several spots what looks like some of the stone on the wall starting to, or at one point was dripping like it was melted and then hardened again. It cooled off and it hardened again. But you can notice several spots as you're walking through here where it's clear. It's not hidden or anything like that. It's just along the walls, some spots on the floor. You can even see you can see this one kind of almost like a stalactite of what's basically was it once molten rock that was dripping down and then hardened as it cooled. You can see this kind of all around you as you start to move through this cavern, and you can't really, there's no really extra senses going on, and it's pretty dark in here, so I'm assuming that one of you, at this point you guys have been in the cave for a while, one of you has some source of light, maybe a torch lit up or something like that. Who would have that?
Dark vision.
Let me see.
Actually, I had dark vision, and then I had blind sense, blind sight up to 10 feet.
Well, that's nice. Your friend's not so lucky.
I don't care. It's their fault for having weak eyes.
Oh,
Being short.
well then which one of you other two would have some form of light source so that you can actually see?
Oh shit, do I actually have it? I think I might actually have it. Nope, you're lucky. I don't have it. Bobble 3. Who's got Bobble 3? Speak up. Hurry up.
I do.
I got Bobble 1. I got a stone.
Use the glow
I
stick.
have Bubble 3 just to keep us warm during the night, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Does it? It radiates warmth. It doesn't even radiate. What a useless piece. Okay.
It's just warmth. It's literally just a hot fucking rock.
Ancient Bobble.
I just wanted to make sure if I had a.
What just makes me think that thing is just radioactive.
We've been wandering in this fucking cave for weeks and we haven't had a torch.
What one calls magic, others call cancer.
I actually used my key.
We're gonna die
to
just
feel
from
around.
carrying this shit around.
Yeah.
We can go forward or back. We just keep hitting stuff on the way. It's like, fuck. Ow. Shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You don't even know if you're going forward or backwards at this point. You just
True.
Fucking degenerates, every one of us.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I actually do. I have a adventurous pack, so I light a torch.
perfect.
With whatever.
You make the effective moving lighthouse hold the torch.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
gonna light it with
that's
Goku's
fine.
hair.
Yeah. So that's
I don't have hair, so.
I strike a match on your chrome dome and then light it.
Ah, yes.
perfect. So the moving lighthouse holds your light up. So you guys have free reign to kind of look around and see what's happening. You, after probably a while, maybe a couple of hours worth of traveling from your last campsite, you come down this hall. It's been basically one singular tunnel for quite a while, and you've had probably 300 feet of those kind of random acid burns, or what looks like it, in the walls. And eventually you guys come to where you can just kind of see the outline of a humongous archway that leads into what would assumedly be a room of this cave. But it's just massive. It hangs high, probably close to 20 to 25 feet tall, and it's plenty wide to fit, a large-sized caravan through.
So I'm gonna sniff the air. Do I smell like ashes or do I smell like acid?
Yes.
You would get this kind of you kind of stick your nose out and you kind of smell, and it's this sort of burning, sulfuric kind of very chemically smell.
There's a blacksmith's forge nearby.
Say what?
So there's a like I smell burning coal.
No, it's like this sulfuric kind of like
Burning coal does put off sulfur. The blacksmith, I do gotta know my shit.
We're in the middle of a cave hunting a
It's on
dragon.
fire.
Why the fuck would there be a blacksmith? If you trade me your liver, I'll give you dragonborn weapons, boys. I'll fucking give up my liver. I don't give a shit.
why the liver?
I don't
What's
know.
he gonna do with that in the middle of this cave?
I don't know. Why is he in the middle of the cave?
Free coal.
Makes a good living down here. All right,
Hey, see, he's making a living. He's a black market.
Maybe
he's a
Wait.
businessman.
What was it before?
maybe he just wanted to get away from your gay shit. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
didn't
he's
know
a businessman. You leave him
Livers are
alone.
gay shit now.
He has a
Noted.
business major.
He's a
All right, I
business
knock
gay
over
shit.
the archway. What happens next?
You knock over. No, the art. It's an opening to a door. It's just arched. It's not like a physical archway. It's not
I
just like
knock it over. Just push it.
Yeah, you can't push the wall. You can't push the whole cave over, as much as you may try.
Oh, can't I? I'm level 15.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot.
You have to be level 16 to do that.
Yeah,
I
not
smack,
quite, motherfucker.
I smack the wall with Gibby. What happens?
Gibby takes 15 damage, bludgeoning.
Nice. Yes.
That's what you get
Right.
for not having dark vision.
That's what you get for beauty.
I could have gave you a torch, but you're the one who's like, I'll use a torch.
That's
All right,
Yeah, it's French. Can't see.
all right. So, what are you guys doing?
I walk to the archway.
Perfect. What are you other two doing? Are you just gonna let him go, or are you gonna hang back? You gonna go with him?
Fuck it, let's go with him. Oh, I go with him at least.
I'm taking the torch. I'm not leaving it.
I'm taking the torch.
Obviously, we're taking
It's one job. Adrian, where are you going? You hanging back? Or are you going with?
I'm just going with them. I think there's
Perfect.
no use in going all alone.
Makes sense. So, as you guys kind of make your way up to the essentially the opening to the another room of this cave, you can see just far enough in that the light from your torch kind of reflects off of different far off crevices, but like surfaces on the walls, and you can see that this room expands out into a much larger room than the even the cavern that you guys have been walking through, which is already really spacious. It seems as though it's almost as if giants live here, and this was like a large giant house. Like, even for giants, this would be considered a humongous cavern. And as you start to just barely pass through the threshold, you kind of have this ominous feeling kind of come over you. And you definitely, especially being as experienced as you are, you have that, you can sort of feel, that on the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You can kind of feel that bloodlust as you guys sort of pass into this room.
I become stressed.
I don't know what that mechanically means for you.
Means
I'm gonna.
Means I'm about to butt fuck something. Is what it means.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't deal well with stress.
I'm gonna let
good
you.
for me.
I'm gonna let you figure that one out. Are you guys doing anything as you go in, or are you just gonna go through normally?
Perception.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah, anybody can make a perception check if you'd like.
16.
20 roll dice. Okay, I got a 3, boys.
Rip.
Excellent.
What did I even know?
Hence why I did.
Better use rolls.
What about the other two?
They're dead.
Wait. It's 11 plus.
Hey,
19.
Wes?
22.
19.
Awesome. So, as you guys walk through the threshold, Gibby, you are completely oblivious to anything happening. You're kind of awestruck by the size of this cavern, and
I'm a
but
tiny person.
you other two can kind of feel that you kind of feel that pressure almost, and as you sort of look around, you don't see anything. It's really hard to see. Almost all of the stone along here is almost it's like a marble obsidian sort of, so it's this really dark kind of almost black stones that have very low reflectivity, so you're not getting a lot of extra light out of here. You're pretty much only getting what the torch provides you, and that is not a lot. So you're kind of having a hard time to really see anything. It's sort of like you feel like something's there, but you can't quite see it. So as you guys start to move a little further in, and Rolf, you probably notice it first. You can kind of hear it's very quickly, but it's just a slight chatter, like something scratching along the rocks. And as you turn around, you see behind you are these two sort of Komodo dragon looking creatures rushing towards you, and they jump and they attack.
Lizards! Space lizards!
Yeah, but they're huge. They're more akin to drakes.
Lizards! Ooh.
Evil drakes, I see. The evil lizards.
I approach. I try to get as close as I can to this creature without giving it any reason to attack.
They look like they've made up their mind, boys.
Yeah. So this is a surprise round. So you guys can go ahead and start to roll initiative.
Yeah, boy.
But, it's already started.
Why can't we just play in peace?
You don't get that option. So the first one is going to make two passes at you, Adrian. He snaps at you with his jaw, and you kind of you're able to maneuver, but then it spins around with its tail and hits you for hits you for 7 damage.
How much?
7.
7.
Yes.
That's not much.
And then
I first understood 54. I was like, fuck.
And then the second one will lunge at you, Rolf, and will actually miss on both attempts. So go ahead and roll some initiative, boys.
I got initiative, boys.
Me and
Pop
Adrian
that
put it in chat.
Awesome.
I could do that, I guess. Fuck.
So
Dex, boys.
okay, so Nick, and then oh wow, you guys killed it on that initiative.
Wow, that's the only thing we're gonna do.
Die.
Exactly. We're all gonna die.
Don't worry. If anyone dies,
It'll be me again.
I got a
Just reroll it. We reroll at level 1.
All right,
Can
so
reincarnate you.
so Nick, your previous oblivion has quickly been shattered as you hear the sound of snapping jaws and chittering claws against stone behind you. You turn around and see these two creatures attacking your friends, and you immediately spring into action. What do you do?
All right. Well, one, I'm gonna shit myself because I see some fucking mutated alligator-looking asses here trying to eat my friends.
Yes, that's exactly what they are.
Mutated alligators. That's a lizard.
Yes. Yes.
That possibly can breathe fire and poison people. You know, fun stuff. Anywho, since they're being a little bit of assholes, I'm gonna go ahead and try to punt one in the face with my leg, and I'm basically gonna attack it.
Yeah, I got that much. I didn't think you were trying to use the punt action.
There's an actual action for that?
No.
Yeah, it's called
I was gonna say,
taking monk
please
levels.
tell me there's not an actual action for that. Am I just that fucking oblivious to it?
Just kick the motherfucker.
I did get a 16 plus my modifier, so I got overall a 20.
Perfect. So it's 14 to hit on this one, so just tell me if you hit or not.
Okay.
I got time to waste. Let's do it. All right, so go ahead and roll some damage. Are you just making what you get 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna use my key or anything. It's just 2 normal attacks.
Yeah, go ahead and roll them up. And if you're gonna use your bonus, action for an attack, do that as well.
Okay. I'll do that. I did overall 14.
Did you with the first one?
Oh, the first one I did.
You gotta roll each. You gotta roll each attack. Dude.
Well, I was rolling for each of them. Yeah, because the first
14 one. 14 to hit for the second one.
No, for the first one, second one, and then I did a bonus one.
Okay.
I did 14
what
overall.
were your attack rolls? What were your attack rolls for all of those? You only rolled 1.
Oh, okay. Well, I did them all in fucking the in between. I just added them all up together. My bad.
Okay, you got to roll to hit for each one too.
Yeah, it
so
was
you hit the
4,
first one,
5, and then the bonus
no,
one.
To hit, you have to roll your d20 to hit for each attack.
Did. Oh, for each attack. I'm sorry. I was like, what? I just rolled it.
Yeah, not your damage. You have to the first one hits. You have to roll to see if you hit the other 2.
Okay, that's why I'm like, what are you talking about?
Monks are crazy.
Man, I wish I could roll once and hit 3 times.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And medics, 14 plus 1, so I got 15. So yeah, I got it. I hit that one.
And then the third one.
Okay, that one's just gonna miss.
Okay, so 2 hits. Roll your damages for 2, or whatever it was for 2. I don't know what it was. Which one are you hitting?
The one that's closest to Wes. The one that tried to snap at him. So that's 7 and 3. So 10.
10 total?
Yeah, 10 total.
Real quick, what are you rolling to hit at?
Huh?
Like, what's your roll to hit?
Oh, mine's 1d8.
No, I mean like to hit the actual number.
Oh, 14.
You roll. How can you miss? You can't miss when you. If his AC is 14, and you
I
get a
rolled
plus
below 14. For the third attack, I rolled below 14.
What's your attack bonus, bud?
Yeah.
Hang on. I got like 15 tabs open.
I think that's what he's getting at. Maybe he didn't have all the things added in.
Yeah, it was 1d8 plus 4. Even with that, I still... Oh, no, that's damage. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. So you're...
Yeah, I'm still missing even with that plus 4 to it.
Well, your unarmed strike is a +9.
Okay.
Oh, I'm looking at fucking still the 1d8.
Gotcha.
And that was... I did a...
Yeah, I got your sheet here. That's a 9.
Yeah, I was looking at the fucking 1d8.
Gotcha.
That's why I like
Are you-
the
so you-
ones.
So add 9 to all of your attacks. So every time you go to make an attack, you roll your 20, and then you add 9.
Oh, yeah, that's... Well, I was like, wait. Yeah, the third one actually hit.
Yeah.
Just barely, but it actually did fucking hit. It only missed... Oh, it missed by 2 the first time.
Okay, so what's the damage on that then?
Let me roll that one. 1. 1 and then plus 4, that's 5.
Yeah, and then how? And then are you adding the 4 to all of them?
Yeah.
And how did you only get 10 damage the last time?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, I got 3 last time. My bad. So it was that one. Because I know I rolled
Plus
fucking
4.
low.
You are fucking up, my friend.
I've never used a fucking monk. Monks are weird.
You are not adding. You're not adding all your shit.
Oh, not my fault. I have 15 fucking things.
Mhm.
And plus, I've
Yes,
only
it
played
is.
level 1s. Because you don't like to level up anything.
You know, last time.
Yeah.
Well, I was using a fighter too.
Oh,
And it's literally like plus
played.
1 to everything.
yeah, but now you're a high level.
Yeah, nigga. I've only played D&D with you, and we've only gone to level 2.
Yeah, 'cause you haven't been in that many games. So this is what it's like. You got all
been
this shit
asking
you gotta calculate.
Literally been asking you. Go, oh,
Just roll your modifiers. I'm trying to give you all of your damage. You're
shit
missing out
in
half your
order.
damage here, bud.
Well, fucking have to argue with you.
Okay. Hmm.
Alright, so the first one got 7 overall. 3, that's 7. And then I rolled a 1, so that's 5. So 14 and 19 overall. There. Because I'm trying to figure out how to fucking go back through history, and I can't go back through history with dice roll
Yeah.
on my phone.
Yeah. Are you adding 4 to each one?
Yes, that was 4 to each one.
Okay. And you got 19?
Yes.
Okay.
There's no
Okay.
history on this? I am sad.
I don't know. I don't know what you're using.
Same one you use on your phone.
I don't know if I have that.
You're the one who downloaded it for me.
I can find out.
Yes. Make it so.
I deal with this on a normal basis with them, so it doesn't
What? What are you talking about? Trying to get you your shit. Jesus Christ.
Well,
Finally.
Question for you.
What?
he
The
was-
chat.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Fly, it's a pteranodon.
The fucking dinosaur?
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your
Right,
restrictions? What are your restrictions on Beast Convey?
Restriction is needs to be steer 1/4 and medium size.
Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. I have a pteranodon.
All right.
Oh, the
Then-
It's
pteranodon.
a fucking dinosaur.
Then on your turn, you can go ahead and describe how he swoops in to save the day and all that. But first, we got Rolf.
All right. So,
What do you?
pteranodon just burst through the ceiling. So I've rolled my attacks. The lowest was 16, 3 attacks. Do they have resistance to? They don't have like damage resistance or anything, do they? So if not, I can just give it the lump damage.
What? Yeah, you just do your normal damage.
Okay, so all 3 attacks would hit, and all 3 of them together would be 38.
And are you hitting the one that attacked you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna just leap on him and start clawing at him.
Cool.
You cheeky bitch.
Yeah. So then that takes that one.
Is it dead?
Yeah. So what are you doing then? To kind of just describe that thematically, because I don't know what you just did.
So this cheeky little bitch comes charging at me, thinking he's all whatever, and I like side roll out of the way and then leap on him. I got these claws on the end of my hands, right? I just sort of dig into the back of his neck and grab the spinal column and just twist until it breaks.
Oh, that's nice and
And
gruesome.
then I start. And then I eat him.
That is.
Let's see what happens.
I saute him with butter.
Oh wow. I can't imagine that would be a free action. Pretty sure you're gonna have to.
He killed it.
We'll resolve that later.
The fire rock took it.
Adrian.
Use it as an improvised weapon.
Okay. So as I get hit, when I hit my item, it's tossed against one of the walls of the cave. And at the same moment, the Pteranodon companion just comes flying around and dives in, attacking this creature. So I just have to see attack rolls and damage rolls. Okay. So I roll 10 plus 14 to hit. No, 15 to hit.
That'll hit. Give me some damages. This is for the Pteranodon, right?
Yeah. 4 plus 5. Okay. Just give me a moment. 24 plus 5. 8 damage.
Okay. And then it's your turn.
No, that's one attack. I have to.
Oh, it has two. Okay, well, give me both.
Then I get up and I cast.
Does the Pteranodon have two attacks?
No, it's the ranger.
I can only sing.
Yeah. Does the Pteranodon, doesn't the Beast Companion, does it have its own turn and initiative? Or it acts on your turn, rather,
But ordering to attack is one action.
Is one action for you. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Ranger is so fucking weak in this edition.
I just cast
I'll have none of that.
Thunderclap on it.
Do it. That's an AoE, right? It requires a save?
Yes. I'll tell you right now.
And your homeboys are gonna make that too.
Each creature within range. It's
Yeah.
Okay. I moved close to the creature because it's on.
What's the range on it?
5 feet range.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I move adjacent to the creature and just do the thunderclap. It's a Constitution saving throw.
And what's the DC?
Just roll and tell me.
It only got a 9, so
Okay,
probably
you'll
not.
make it. You take 1d6 damage. Wait.
Yeah, 14.
He could probably
Plus
maneuver it. So that
5
would be...
to take another. Oh no! Wait.
So wait, what do we?
No, 2d6 damage.
Nah, you're good, Nick.
Okay, I was gonna say, it's only the DC for it.
The save is only a 5-foot range, so like you could pretty easily maneuver it to.
Okay, and you take another 15 damage for that.
So 15, and then what would the first one was 8, right? For the Pteranodon?
Yeah. 23 total.
23 total. Sweet. Alright, now it's the Drake's turn. And it's going to try and nom on your Pteranodon. And it's going to make 2 attacks with a 17 to hit on the Pteranodon.
Oh, 17? No, you miss.
Damn.
And then a 19 to hit.
19, you hit.
That one will get it. So that's going to be a total of 6 damage on the Pteranodon as he kind of jumps up and kind of gets its teeth on it just a little bit.
Okay.
Awesome. And then back up to Nick.
Okay, there we go. Had to switch back over to my character. I could just Big Bang attack it, but I won't, because I'm not that much of an asshole. But I'm gonna go ahead and fucking punt it again, because I can. And... Alright, cool. That's overall gonna miss. Because actually, I will make a 12 overall, and that's with the +9. I get the extra attack. This one will hit though, and that's just a 1d8. That's a 7, and then +4, so 11. And I'm not gonna
Damage?
go ahead and 11 overall for damage.
For the one, are you going to do the bonus one from your martial arts?
You know, yeah, fuck it, I'll go ahead and do it.
It's free as fuck if you're not going to do anything
That's
else.
true. I was thinking of a different one.
Yeah, it doesn't cost any key points for that one, but
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
roll to hit on that first.
Okay. I got 19 and then +4, so yeah, boy. It's your boy! So that automatically
That'll do it.
Yeah. 8 and then fucking +4. Oh god. That does 12 damage.
So that's 23.
Yeah. I'm actually
Sweet.
surprised that one fucking hit. I'm like, okay, I got a good one. Let's fucking go down to like 3.
All right. Good job. And then Rolf, or what are you doing there, bud?
All right, so I run out of butter, so I give up on trying to like saute this thing.
Right.
I'm gonna.
Not enough.
I roll.
A lot of lizard.
Right. I roll my 3 attacks. One of them's a nat 20. So I'm gonna roll to confirm that one real quick.
I think we'll probably be all right with that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 20 to confirm.
What does your damage look like?
I have my claw attack does 2d6 plus 5.
Okay.
I got 3 attacks, and the lowest of those was shit. The lowest of one of those was 15. Almost missed with one.
So I think we'll be all right. What's the damage look like?
I rolled it all up with the crit. It's 50.
Yep, that'll do. That is something else. All right. So, that's 2.
Okay.
But you don't have enough butter to saute either of them,
No,
unfortunately.
I'm just gonna step on his neck and then stack him on the other one.
Okay, well, there you go.
Throw salt on him.
We can just use a bunch of torches, charcoal.
So, got any more of these? We can keep stacking them, make a house.
You could if you got like a lot more of them. But yeah,
Maybe
sure.
else.
Okay, good. That's it. You guys end you guys out of combat. So a nice little welcoming party to the cave here.
Kill the dragon boys. Treasure's ours.
And was definitely not without a commotion. The whole escapade. But for the time being, it seems as though you are rid of any immediate danger. So are you guys, I'm assuming you guys press on?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck it.
I was gonna skin him, but no.
You don't got time for all that, man. Save that for the evening. Yeah, they'll still be there.
Maybe.
It's not like they're walking away.
We don't know that. Necromancy's a bitch.
Yeah.
Because they gave us so much trouble the first time.
Yeah.
Magic, they might.
So
would
as
punch
you
one.
guys move a little further into this cave, you see there's a small pool of what looks like actually very clean water, and you can see just a very small beam of light kind of peering through the ceiling down onto this pool of water. And it's not very large, but it is it's probably 20 feet across. But it sits in the center of this room, kind of in a downward, I want to say sort of like a crevice, like it kind of shifts down and into this little divot in the center of the cave where it kind of all falls into, and there's this nice pool, but the rest of it is just full of these black marble obsidian-like stones kind of jutting up and down from the ceilings all around you, and the place seems very empty and it's quiet. It's almost too quiet, and it's probably definitely too quiet, especially considering you know that something lives here, considering the entrance that you guys just came through. So what are you guys kind of doing as this all goes, as you all take this in?
How deep is this pool?
You can't tell from where you're standing because you're kind of on the upper portion of the cave, but there's kind of this downward around the edges. It's a cliff, and then around the edges it slopes down to surround the pool, and it's probably 40 feet down from where you guys are now. So you can skirt around the edge of the cliff here, and you would head down a slope that would eventually lead on level ground with the pool, but you can't really see it too well from here. Like I said, not a lot of light in here, just that little bit of sunlight coming down from the ceiling, and then what you have with the torch.
Okay, I'm going to light a second torch and throw the first one down. See what we see.
Yeah, sure. So as it starts to descend, you can see the glare shimmering off of the sleek stones cliff face, and it lands kind of between the cliff and the pool, and as it hits the ground, you can see along the bottom part of this cliff, you see what looks like just piles of stuff, and it looks, you can see some gold, some various sort of items and treasures as this torch starts to kind of roll down and it eventually stops. You get the idea that this is pretty much where most of the if this is a dragon's pit, this is where he keeps his hoard. But shortly after you guys start to get a look, you don't see it right away, but this kind of black shadowy figure reaches over and covers the torch and snuffs it out.
What a dick.
Okay, I cast Dark Vision.
I'm gonna pee in the hole.
Okay, maybe not.
I just
Adrian,
wanna
you're
piss
fine.
off. Can't stop.
Yeah, I cast Dark Vision, so I don't have this need of a torch.
Yeah, so you can look down, and Rolf, you could probably see as well. But even with your dark vision, it's hard to see what might have snuffed out the torch. It kind of blends in very well. to its surroundings. You imagine that it probably has some sort of natural camouflage, but but you can see now the piles of stuff kind of strewn about, but all mostly along this one sort of wall. But you can see, you're able to barely kind of get a glimpse of what definitely to you looks like another Arcane, another artifact that you guys might want. You can't really tell what it is, but you definitely see something there. And the same with you, Rolf.
Can I light 2 torches and
I
throw
roll
them down there?
for perception.
Yeah, go ahead, Adrian.
Just throw them inside.
The 11 plus 19.
So you are, as you're looking down, you see you're kind of examining the area below you, and for a moment you're looking at this particular section of the hoard that looks like it almost has some sort of reflection, from maybe some of the sunlight, and you see this kind of shadow pass over it, just very briefly. It looks like just a piece of a creature, and you sort of start to make the outline of this kind of long, slender creature as it starts to move very snake-like around this pool of water. But you can't see exactly what it is pretty well, but you can definitely see it there now, and you can see it sort of moving around very like a hunter stalking its prey.
I don't seem to have seen us yet.
What if I shoot a lightning arrow to the water?
If you want to do that,
I can try to that.
yeah, give it a shot.
So I aim to this creature in the water, or to the.
Are you shooting for the creature or for the pool of water?
Before he does that, can I make a stealth check?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay, I just shoot to the
Yeah,
pool
you'd
of
have
water.
to.
I shoot
Okay,
a lightning
now-
arrow.
Okay, and Wes, if you wanted to make a stealth check, though, you'd have to either give the torch to someone else or get rid of it, or else you'd be at disadvantage.
Oh, I don't have a torch. I threw it down
I thought
earlier.
You lit a second torch, though.
No, someone else did, I think.
No, that was
I
West,
wanted to, but no.
I
What are you
guess.
talking about?
Bitch.
All right,
I was just following them.
I'll set the torch down and then move like a distance away and then proceed with the stealth thing.
Okay, go ahead
The
and roll.
roll on that's going to be a 20, not a nat 20, but 20 total.
Okay. And Nick, what are you doing while Adrian shoots lightning arrows into the water?
If I wanted, I threw 2 torches down to piss off what was down there. I just want to piss it off. It blew up the first one. Now it has to focus on 2 more. I'm a fucking hand-to-hand monk. There's nothing I can do.
That's
why you're gonna
check.
I don't know what you said, but yes.
Are you gonna stay? Are you gonna stay there with the torchlight, or while Adrian does his thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, Adrian, what does that look like then? Like, how does that work for you, casting that magic?
Well, the next time I cast this, make a ranged weapon attack, it just transforms into a lightning bolt.
Okay. So you take your bow. Was it like a long bow?
It's actually a light crossbow.
Okay, so you take your crossbow and you kind of pull back on the string as if you were loading it, but you leave the arrow empty, and you kind of speak some words in a strange tongue, and this you shoot it, and there's nothing there until you shoot the bow, and this bolt of lightning shoots out from it, from its end, and flies straight into the water, and you can see this sort of light show the pool of water as you do that. These blues and whites sort of start flickering and dancing around in like a strobe-like fashion, and you can see the creature that was circling it stops on the far end, and you can see it lift its head up and its long neck, and as it stands upright, it's almost like eye level with you guys, and remember you're a good distance above it.
I need
Okay,
trade
if I was aiming to the creature and I hit, it would take 4d8 lightning damage. But either if I miss, it should make a dexterity saving throw, and if it fails, it takes 2d8.
So what would the save be?
It's the same as my wisdom. My spell DC is 16.
So it makes the save. So as you shoot it, kind of like the pool of water sort of like explodes with this lightning energy kind of crackling out and shooting against the walls, and as it stands up, the lightning crackles around it, and you can see just in the one flash, the three of you could all see it, the one flash of light crossing its face, you see these green slated eyes narrowing at you, and it hisses as this sort of as the lightning starts to die down, and it kind of sinks further into the pool and eventually dissipates. But this very, and you can tell now what it is. It's definitely a large black dragon, and on the other side of this pool, facing off at you guys, staring you down.
Can I tell if there is any more dragons around, like in the immediate?
Hard to check that. Do you see any more?
That the thing is that dragons are one of my favorite enemies.
Okay.
So I should be able to spot if there is like number used by.
How do you check that?
Okay, let me go and see that. No, basically, yeah, you have advanced checks. I have advantage for check on survival checks to track favorite enemies, as well on intelligent checks to recall information about them. So,
okay, if you wanted to make a survival check, then
make that with advantage.
Yeah, see if you can see any signs of any more.
Okay, I rolled 18 plus 8. 26 to see if there's any more.
So while you don't see them outright, you do see there's a few things that kind of tip off to you that there may be some other draconic creatures here in the cave as well. Maybe it's some you can see some barely unfinished food that looks like it wasn't devoured with the same intensity of a full-grown dragon, or you see some extra. You see some extra materials or kind of scraps piled into a corner further away from the horde. Maybe a makeshift bed for another creature or something along those lines. So you get the sense that there might be more creatures here, but you don't see them exactly or really know exactly how many there might be.
Okay. So when I just noticed that, it's like, careful, guys. I think there's not only the one in front of us. Just be careful.
Double Dragon Slayers.
Yeah, fuck it, we'll be fine.
So we got this one staring us down right now, though, right?
Yeah, he's narrow-eyed, kind of hissing at you menacingly as you've entered his home and are disturbing his natural order.
Does he see me?
From what you can tell, no, not right now. What
Okay.
are you all doing then?
Yeah, I'm just staring down at it.
Okay.
Throwing a pebble at it.
Just throw a pebble at it.
Throw a
Okay.
torch at it.
I don't want to break my stealth quite yet. So yeah, somebody else attack it first.
Oh, I already did an attack. I think he's just looking at us, trying to react.
Sizing you up. Sizing you up.
Is that a challenge?
How are you gonna
I
handle
think
it?
that's
The
what is
question.
betting us out.
Sounds like we're rolling initiative, boys. That's what it sounds like to me.
Somebody's gonna make an attack.
So do we have a surprise round?
Surprise trap.
Somebody has to do something before we can start rolling dice.
I swing
Okay.
first. Swing first
I
pitch.
send that my Pteranodon to attack the thing.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
no.
Now we can roll for initiative.
All right.
Fucking your pterodactyl thing's gonna get eaten.
So Pteranodon
Fuck.
Tackle.
is
BRB.
13 to hit.
Through.
I got 18 overall.
Okay, go ahead and put your initiatives in the chat. And
Oh shit.
yeah, the 13's definitely not gonna do it on that one, Adrian.
I have
So
5 for initiative.
toss in the chat for me so I can track. Okay, there we go.
RFP.
Who died?
Adrian.
What's your initiative, Wes?
21.
21.
21.
21.
Yep.
Okay.
Oof. Okay.
That is. Okay. Okay. So your as your Pteranodon swoops in to try and attack this dragon, it flies in from behind and tries to like attack the back of its neck with its claws, and it just basically rebounds off almost. The dragon kind of like shifts as it's coming in, and it doesn't get any sort of leverage on it at all, and it circles back around towards you. And then Rolf, you're actually first up in the initiative. What are you doing as you just kind of stoke the fire here?
Okay, so let's see. How many? Oh, shit, oh, here it is. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do, am I in a position where I could attack the creature?
It's pretty far. It's probably 60 feet before you'd be able to really reach it. You kind of have to go all the way around the edge of this cliffside down the slope to get to it.
Unless I leapt on its face and then attacked it, right?
No, too far. Way too far.
I'll attach a rope to him. We'll be fine.
Good luck with that.
So
No, like there's basically this large. I think if I have anything, there's basically this large, kind of circular, almost ground floor, and then it goes up to the upper level, which is where you guys are, and that ground floor itself is probably from where you guys are standing to the far wall where the dragon is probably roughly 80 to 100 feet. So you would, to reach the part of the dragon, you would probably be close to 60 to 70 feet just going around and down the slope, if we're being generous.
okay, so in that case, I'm making sure there's nothing I can't do here. You say the cliff face is like 40 feet down?
Yes, I believe it was about 40,
So to
40 or
slide,
50.
to slide down this cliff, would that be an acrobatics check?
You would need a phenomenal acrobatics check.
Just to slide down it? Alright, well in that case, if it's 60 feet, I'll just take a dash action and that would put me at 60 even.
Yeah, if you want to. So basically you break out from your hiding spot and just run full force down this slope, headed straight for the rear side of the dragon. Perfect. And
but I'm going to put some stalactites between me and this thing.
yeah, kind of maneuver to a semi-safe position, but still getting close to it.
I would say if I can get full cover, that's great. But if I can get like partial cover, that'd be great too.
Yeah. So as you kind of barrel down this slope, you start to like pick up speed as you're going down because it's a downward slope as well. So you get to the bottom and you kind of have to like control yourself to stop properly, and you can find probably maybe like a large rock kind of jutting out, and you can probably get close to like half cover from that.
I'll take that.
Perfect. And then Gibby,
Right.
what are you doing? You're quite a ways away from it right now, but
I can
you
take
guys
that
have
pretty easily.
you guys have poked the bear, so you might as well get it in now.
Oh, you think that's poking the bear? Okay. All right. Since I'm a monk and I can do this, I can do some Naruto shit. I'm gonna walk on the wall real quick. I can do that. I can walk on vertical and liquid surfaces during my move. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and move over to the wall, so I have like a clear like visual of it, and I'm not like bent over a fucking cliff. And your boy's gonna go ahead and actually use one of his abilities with his K. Searing Sunburst, the big giant light or big bang attack, if you will. And it has a range of 150, so it should hit them if they're like a 60-foot
Yeah, you could.
distance.
Yeah, you could reach it from there.
Mm. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me pull it back up my phone. Okay, that's a dicky-doo number. Does that give me anything? That gives me a +4, so that is a 10 overall, and then I get a +1, so I get 11 overall for a hit. I'm
This
assuming
is
that misses.
actually. Yeah, so this is actually just it acts more like a spell. So
really?
it's just a saving throw to make it. So you wouldn't actually
Okay.
have to.
Okay, that's why I was like, I'm not sure because it's key. I didn't know if we would count that
Yeah.
as a spell.
Yeah, it works effectively the same way. It's just a saving throw on that one. You don't make a ranged attack because you're basically just blowing up a
Yeah.
fireball basically in a certain area. So
Yeah,
have
it
to-
basically explodes in a 20-foot radius.
yeah, you don't have to throw it or anything really.
Yeah,
So
it's
this,
kind of like it explodes.
what was your DC?
The DC, it actually,
It should be under
Features.
features and traits.
yeah, let me go back there because I pulled up both. Why does that have to be all the way at the bottom? Doing sunburst, 17.
Okay. Yeah, it just barely misses. So go ahead and roll the damage.
All right, and I'm gonna empower it 3 more times. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm an
So
asshole.
use all those key points.
Yeah. So fucking, I just want to type 8. Roll. 25 overall.
All right. So what does that look like then? Kind of describe that for me.
I go ahead and I basically, it looks like aura coming from my feet as I walk up onto the wall. And kind of like I position my arm above my head. It's now parallel to the fucking ground, but still, it's above my head, and you see like aura generating right into like a small little ball and increasing in size to probably about like I think it said it was like 20 feet. Yeah, 20-foot like white ball of pure energy, and I just like not position, but motion my arm downwards, and it just flies straight towards the dragon.
Cool. And as it explodes, you really get to see the full size of this creature, and it's definitely a full-size dragon. You know, it
An
is.
asshole.
You guys have walked right into the belly of the beast here, and you can see it kind of like get pushed back slightly against the wall as it takes the hit, and it looks very not happy that just happened. And you can hear it just kind of hiss and snarl, and it snaps at you, and it kind of rears its head back. And then, did you want to do any movement or anything?
I'm gonna go ahead
'Cause
and get back
remember-
onto the.
You could move like down the wall towards the treasure to be on like even footing with the dragon, but as you are right now, you're pretty much at like eye level with it, but it's about 100 feet away from you.
Yeah. I'm gonna get back on my normal footing.
So you're gonna go up or down?
I kind of just want like literally walked onto the wall. So I was talking about like literally just walk back over to where Adrian was.
Okay, yeah, okay. So on the top
I
part.
kind of just literally walked right.
Yeah, so just on the top part.
Yeah,
So-
of where the fucking cliff was. Yeah.
Next to where, yeah, and then you're gonna stay with Adrian. You're not
Yeah.
gonna use any more movement or anything. Okay.
No.
And as it's kind of getting its footing back, you can see it turn towards you, and it rears its head back, and it just immediately, without any sort of warning, just starts. It leans its head back and it lunges forward, and then you just see this kind of dark, sort of putrid green liquid just start spewing towards you, and you can see as it hits the air, it starts to kind of smoke, and this is definitely acid, and it spews it at you, and you, Adrian, and Nick, you guys each have to make a dex save.
Okay. With this, I can use my evasion to go ahead and try to take only half damage if it misses.
What?
Evasion. When you're subject to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to only take half damage. Instead, you take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw, and only half damage if you fail.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's just a passive thing. So yeah.
Yeah. I went ahead and I got 2.
You got what?
I got 2.
Oh, I don't think your dex save is gonna be enough for that.
Actually, when I'm making a saving throw, so I can use 1 key point to re-roll it. So I will go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Okay, I got 16 now.
Okay, and what's your bonus?
The bonus for my dex. Fucking load. My dex saving throw is +9.
Damn it, Adrian. Damn it. Adrian put a picture of his,
I saw that.
companion in the chat.
That's my companion.
You can see the person's eyes in it too, like, please help me.
I'm being held captive.
Okay. You got a 19, Adrian?
Yeah.
What was your total again, Nick?
It was 16 plus 9.
Okay.
So, yeah. Let me go ahead and...
That'll be fine. So you won't take any damage on that, actually, because the evasion. Then...
Confirm. I have 11 key left. R.I.P. my boys.
Better be careful.
Right? I started with 15. I've used 4. Fast as fuck, boy.
And then Adrian, you kind of, you're able to jump out of the way, but not completely avoid getting touched, and you take 22 damage. So this dragon just spews just a hot stream of acid towards you, and Nick, you're able to swiftly move out of the way and avoid any damage. But Adrian, you get caught as you're trying to roll out of the way. It's just so fast, and you take a little bit of damage on that one. But you can see this kind of trail after it finishes. You can see him, or you can see just the smoke, kind of the steam rising as the rock where this acid has landed starts to kind of melt and warp and sink downward. And it looks similar to what you guys had seen on your way into this cavern. So
it's a jackass dragon. Gotcha.
So that's that. And then next, Adrian, it's your turn.
Is the dragon still in the water?
He's not in the water. He's next to the pool of water.
Okay, I think I can take that still. I wild shape into crocodile. I jump into the water and swim across to attack this dragon thing.
Make an acrobatics check for me. See if you can land in the pool, because it's, keep in mind before you do that, it's pretty far out there, so you would have to jump and get a pretty good jump out there to land in the pool of water. So if you want, you can make an acrobatics check for that. But if it might be, you know.
14.
Okay, so that's probably as you jump out and you start to shape into a crocodile as you're going, you kind of skit your underside, your belly, across the edge of the pool, and as you fall into it, so you'll take you'll take 3 bludgeoning damage on that, but you can proceed with the rest of your turn.
Okay. So I swim across the. How long did you say was this pool?
Maybe 20 feet. It's not very far.
Okay, yeah, it's
You can easily get
pretty.
across it.
It's enough. I got 30 feet for swimming speed.
Yeah, you could definitely get across it.
I get across it and aim for the dragon's tail and just use my huge jaws to catch it.
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack.
Okay, just let me check one thing with this. Okay, just gonna do whatever. Ready to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
And I do. Okay. It's 1d10. Where's my d10?
Right here.
10 damage. It's 1d10 plus 2.
So 10 total?
Yeah, and make yeah, it's a DC because you become grappled. So DC 12.
Let's see if you can grapple the tail. Yeah, so then you kind of catch onto the end part of its tail, and you can feel it sort of twitch, and the tail starts to like pull back as you latch onto it with your big jaws, and but you're holding on to it sort of like a dog when you're pulling on a rope with it and it's tugging against you. That's kind of you with this dragon's tail right now.
Now, I began to do this spinning thing that crocodiles do.
Yeah, kind of tumbling around, and it's trying to it flips you back a couple times, but you're pretty much wrestling with this thing's tail. And while that's happening, we go back up to Rolf. It's your turn.
Okay, but I think they would have advantage and roll on attacks right now.
On its tail. I mean, probably not on the whole dragon.
It's grapple.
You can't grapple the whole dragon with crocodile teeth, man. Sorry.
Dude, grappled is grappled.
Yeah, its tail's grappled. All right, go for the tail.
I mean,
remember, boys, if we cut off the tail, we can make some weapons.
Well, there you go.
Tag the tail.
So how close am I to it now?
You're probably 15, 20 feet from its tail.
I mean, damage is damage. Let's see. I'm going. How many stress points do I have? Okay. What's the AC on this thing? So I can roll these.
Just let me know what your rolls are,
Okay. First roll 21.
because it'll get confusing. That'll hit.
Also 21. Second attack.
That'll hit.
Easy.
27. Third hit.
Yep, that'll do it. Go ahead and
Alright.
roll me up some damages.
All right. So with this first, I'm gonna be doing some funky shit here. So where's that thing? Damn it. This class has a lot of stuff going for it. Shit. Okay. Alright. So on this first attack, I'm going to expend 2 of my 3 stress points to. I'm sorry. I'm going to spend all 3 of them to deal 3d6 extra damage on this first hit, which is going to put me up to 5d6.
Okay.
5d6 plus 5. So let's see what we get. It's not correct. Oh, here we go. Alright, so that first attack is 29 damage.
Okay.
Second attack, 13 damage.
Okay.
Third attack, also 13 damage.
Nice.
Since I'm using my claws, I'm going to use the bonus action to attack one more time.
Okay.
That's going to be a 28 to hit.
Okay.
And that last attack is going to be 10 damage.
All right. So, and I'm guessing you're just running for the. I mean, the tail would be the base of its tail would be pretty much the closest part of it you could get to. Assuming
I mean, I wasn't rolling those with advantage. They were just rolled, so I was just going.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
I'm
climb
guessing-
into his rib cage.
Oh, okay. So you want to climb on its back, or?
So I'm clawing. I'm peeling away flesh until I can crawl into his chest cavity. Then I'm going to go for the heart.
Ah. Okay. Wes, maybe we should have a talk after this.
No, this is how I play D&D, my dude. I've been playing this way for 10 years.
Maybe we should have a talk about your mental situation.
I mean, if I don't do this, then I will be eaten by a dragon. So
all right. So, yeah. So as you're kind of, I'm guessing that probably you would be like, as you're making your way all the way up to the front, sort of like hitting it along the way, just scratching at it and clawing at it along its underside, and it is you can feel it's like rearing and stirring as it's dealing with its tail kind of being pulled on, and then at the same time you attacking at its underside, and you could tell this thing is starting to get really flustered. And yeah, and so it what it does is, as you are all well, the 2 of you are down near it. Nick, you're still up at the top. It is sort of like stepping around and like kind of not sure where to go, and eventually you see its giant wings just kind of like lurch up into the air and then beat down, and it starts to beat its wings and fly upwards, and the 2 of you have to make dex saves for me.
Dexterity saves. All right.
Yep.
That's not proficient of those. It's unfortunate. I
Okay. What the hell? As usually, I made a little mistake.
What?
Didn't read some rules. That's why I'm a crocodile right now. Could have been a giant crocodile
Right. That's a 21 on
Well-
my save, boss.
with multi
All right.
with a lot of cool stuff. Or I could have been a Triceratops.
Could have been
Options.
God.
Well, could you roll your deck save for me?
Me. Shit. 9.
What'd you get?
9.
9? 9?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
9.
So, as it beats its wings, then the wind picks you up and kind of sends you flying across the ground, and you'll actually take that is a total 18 bludgeoning damage, and you're technically
18?
knocked. Yeah, and you're
Oof.
technically knocked prone. So for a crocodile, I think that just means you're on your back.
So
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
what
to begin with.
I'm like
It
this.
just
all
flip
the
you
time.
over.
My legs like doing this.
Why? Not again.
Help!
So as it flies up, and it kind of lets out this screech, and as it does, this cloud of insects starts to creep, like just fly out of nowhere, and it looks like a lot of it's coming from the pool of water. You see a bunch of basically just flies and locusts start flying towards you, Rolf, and they
Raid
start
them.
to go what? Go ahead.
Raid.
Yeah. And they start to just surround you and just swarm you, just kind of picking at you, and you have to make a Constitution save for me.
Hey, I'm good at those. Hey, I have proficiency in those. Hey, life is good. All right. Oh, it's a 15.
All right, so that will then you can half this because that just barely meets the
Hey,
DC. Then you take 10 piercing damage, or you take half of that, so it would be 5 piercing damage.
bees, not the bees.
Yeah, and it is. So it's basically about 20 feet of insects that just constantly swarm around here. So that's that. And then next is Gibi.
Hello. It is I. So
He's flying now. He's flying up over this pool of water.
okay. All right, this is what your boy's gonna do. All right, I was planning on doing this anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try to jump to him and try to attack him midair because I'm a boss.
Oh. So for reference, then he's probably about 40 to 50 feet out from the ledge. So I don't know what kind of jumping you get.
Fuck, I didn't think it was that far out.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty big like opening, and he's like right over the middle of it now, kind of like looking
okay.
down at y'all.
Oh, okay.
So,
Never mind. I thought it was like he just floated up a little bit. Never mind. Okay.
well, then he'd be even farther. He came closer to you actually.
Well, that makes it easier. All I
It
do is
does,
just jump
but
on
it's still
top of
pretty
him.
hard. It's still pretty hard because he's pretty far out there.
I'm a fucking Naruto slash Goku fucking fusion right now, so
Oh,
I walk on walls and shoot big bang attacks.
oh.
All right.
Well,
I'm just gonna be an asshole and
Why don't you jump on the back of my Pteranodon?
is it big enough for that?
yeah.
Medium size. Just use it as a trampoline. No.
I would be okay with that.
I don't think that's how
Okay.
this works.
I don't think that's how it works, but it's gonna work now.
I mean, you could definitely jump off of it. It's not gonna like that, but you know, if you want to like jump off of that thing, I mean, that would basically just.
Just
I mean,
jump, bounce, and jump back
yeah,
to
jump off of the. I mean, it's like playing Mario.
Basically, fuck
You're doing-
Yoshi.
You're doing a Mario Maker. You're doing a shell hop.
basically. Like, oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Your Tyranna fucking whatever you called it is my Yoshi. I'm gonna jump off of it.
It's
Yep.
a dinosaur, so make an acrobatics check then,
Uh,
and remember you get advantage on that because you're arcing.
Yeah, you can give you advantage.
I got a nat 20 on that too. So,
Hey,
dab. I'm actually
Perfect.
surprised I'm getting these.
Let's
so
monks, bro.
it's exactly like Mario.
Exactly.
You just sprint towards the edge, you jump, and you're like falling over, and you're not gonna make it. And then the Pteranodon comes swooping down, and you land on it for a split second, just enough to get 2 feet down and jump off again. And you're flying towards the dragon, and you can see even the dragon's kind of like, what? For like
Did
just
this dude just kill someone for me?
and the Pteranodon like wobbles and it like starts to fall down, and eventually it kind of like gets its. But now do your thing, man.
All right.
That's baller.
All right. So I got a 17 with my attack, and that is with fucking. Does a 17 hit or no?
It does not.
Okay, then I have to add everything. I was like, I don't want to add everything if I don't have to. And that was a +9 for unarmed. I'm trying to fucking flip through goddamn D&D Beyond, but it's a pain in the ass. The +9, 2 to the 17, and I get a +1 on that as well. So I do have all of that fun shit. Let me
So
go
what's your
ahead.
total?
I'm too lazy to do math, so I'm just pulling up a calculator. 27.
Okay, that's for one.
Alright. And then let me switch back because I'm too lazy to do this math.
Do your other attack.
Okay, the second one's not gonna hit at all.
Okay.
And for the third one, 18 +9 +1.
Okay.
The
That's
other one was 28.
Yeah.
So 2 of them hit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 key points to go ahead and use my, what it was called, the Stunning Strike. I just want to double check to make sure I know that name. Yeah, it's Stunning Strike. If it can survive a con saving throw of 17, then it just takes the normal damage. But if it fails it, it gets stunned for all the way until my turn next time.
okay. Cool. Go ahead and roll your damage then.
Okie dokie. Ooh, and change that to 2. So overall, I got the 7 damages. That's just both of them added together, and those were +4. So that is 8. That is a lovely 15 damage.
Cool. And it does make the save. 'Cause
Both
it
times?
wants to. What?
Both times.
Oh, are you using key point for both of
Yeah.
them?
I'm like, I know I'm gonna miss one of these though.
And it does make that one as well.
Fucking cuck.
All right. Well, a 17's not that much when you think, he's a dragon.
I don't know.
So,
So maybe he gets a bad saving throw. He fucking failed the other one.
I mean, he's a dragon, so he can literally just choose to not fail. So
That's true. Facts.
that's like an actual ability. They can just, if they fail saving throw, they can just succeed instead.
Facts.
For like 3 times. I think it's like 3 uses though.
Something like that, yeah. So that's the damages. Okay. And then you end your turn basically mid-air then within his space, right? Because
Yes.
now you're just falling.
Fun fact, I have slow falling. I
Okay.
can use that as well.
Okay, but you're just there's nothing else that I need to know about. That's
No. Other than
okay,
that, no.
we're calling it. That's that.
That's fine with me.
All right. So then I guess since you're here, we'll go ahead and make some attacks. And also, everybody needs to make a wisdom save for me. As the dragon is flying, he does a powerful beat of his wings and lets out a screech as you hit him, Nick. And it's just a deafening screech. So everybody make a wisdom save for me.
24.
That'll be good.
12
20.
and 9. So rip.
20.
21.
Not Nat.
Okay. All right. So you guys are good. And then he's going to make 3 attacks on you, Nick.
Yeah.
And actually, 2 of those will actually miss. But he catches you with one of his claws. And that is
96 damage.
Yeah.
all of the damages.
R.I.P. Did the most damage so far. Dies immediately.
So that will be 23 damage.
Gotcha.
As he catches you with one of his claws. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I read the wrong one. I lied to you. Actually,
47.
no. It's
3.
lucky for you. It's less. 19 damage.
All
So
right.
you saved yourself 4 HP. There you go.
Yeah.
And then seemingly out of because you're kind of engulfed in a swarm of insects is this another similar but much smaller dragon comes around the corner, and it looks like it's just a smaller version of the big one, and it comes around the corner and lunges at you, and it is going to make an attack, and that will actually not hit. And then a second one comes for you, Adrian. That one will hit
Has babies.
and that'll hit for 9 damage.
Okay.
And
So
then 9 piercing damage, and then 3 acid damage as it sinks its teeth into you.
so it's a total of 12.
Yes.
Yeah, I take 1 more damage as the crocodile, and I go back to my human shape,
Okay.
and from that I take 11 damage.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, and then it's your turn.
Okay. So I command the Pteranodon to attack the dragon. So it comes flying and flies straight to it, trying to opening its mouth and trying to just bite probably one of its arms. And is 23 to hit.
That will actually hit.
And damage is 13 damage.
Okay.
Now, as a bonus action, I use Wild Shape. And I Wild Shape into a Brontosaurus. It's basically a really huge creature.
Yeah.
I'm a Moon Druid, so that's why I get the CR of my Wild Shape is my level divided by 3.
5 then.
Yeah, it's a CR5 gargantuan creature.
Okay. Cool. And then do you have
I
anything
attack.
else? Okay.
No,
What are you
I
attacking?
my second attack action.
Which
And
one are you
I
attacking?
turn around and lash at the dragon with my tail.
The big dragon or the little one?
The big one. I'm always attacking the big one.
Okay.
I hate the big one. So is it a let me check. 16 hits.
It will not.
Then it just
So it's a little too high up for you to be able to reach it, and
the big dragon is flying.
Yeah.
It's flying into. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's when it beat its wings and flipped you onto your back.
Oh right.
I hit it hard, but I didn't hit it that hard to knock it out of the sky. Jesus.
Yeah. Okay, so then back up to Rolf. Your turn. You've
Son of a
got a little dragon and a bunch of nasty bugs all up in your grill.
Okay.
What do?
So the little dragon attacked me already, right?
Yeah.
All right. So he's obviously within melee range.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna start beating his ass then.
What about the buggies?
I ain't worried about no damn bugs.
They
There's a dragon.
gonna give you a lot of mosquito bites.
All right. We got first attack. It's 24,
Okay.
29,
Okay.
and 18.
Okay. Those will hit.
All right. The first one, I'm gonna spend 2 more stress points to make it the same 5d6 attack. Oh, by the way, because it's pertinent to a lot of these abilities I have, is the big dragon I had at or below half health?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's fine. So this first attack is going to do. That's the wrong button. Let's see. Okay. This first one is going to do 23 damage. The other 2 are going to do 10 and 15.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a bonus attack to do a attack with my secondary claw. 16 to hit.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that going to hit too?
16 actually won't hit on this one, but that's enough damage to take the one out.
Okay. All right. So it would have been dead before that bonus attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I redirect that bonus? Yeah. Can I have to redirect that attack then at the swarm around me then?
You can try.
Okay. Do you want me to re-roll or the 16?
Well, it's. I mean, you swipe at the bugs, but there's really. I mean, it's a swarm of of insects, so it's
If-
kind of hard to like pinpoint an attack on it. Especially with a melee attack.
All right.
So it doesn't really do much.
All right. So instead of doing that, I will use poison spray. Would that work?
Use what?
Poison
Cut
spray.
out.
I have a cantrip poison spray.
Oh, yeah, you could try that.
Okay. So they have to see what this bitch has to do. Poison spray. I think that's actually. I think they meant acid splash because what they're saying does not make sense. No, it's poison spray. One moment. I think this is DC it has to beat. Alright, so they need to succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
The DC is going to be 17.
Oh, they actually make that somehow.
So that's it doesn't say they don't take half, so I guess it just misses.
Okay, so it just kind of shoots through, and where some may fall, more just take their place. Are you gonna do anything else in your turn?
Yeah, I'm going to move 30 feet away
Okay. And
towards my companions.
okay, so from there, hold on. So you move towards Eden, and who's now just a brontosaurus. So there's that. But as you're moving, you notice that the pool of water in the center of this little, I guess you would call it this little depression, starts to overflow, and it starts to seep out into onto the floor. And I need the two of you to make a strength save for me. And Nick, actually, if you could make one too.
A strength one?
Yes.
Got you. What is my strength? I got 22.
18.
18.
Okay. So as you guys well, you two at least who are on the ground, you feel the water start to kind of reach out and like pull back in these sort of like wave motions, like the tide almost. And you may notice the dragon looking down at you guys, and his eyes kind of glowing as this is happening.
Dragon's a fucking waterbender.
No, you are.
Cool.
And then as you are falling, Nick, he's going to try and swipe at you with his tail on the way down, and that's gonna hit. Nice and good.
Okay, you just skipped me.
It's not. Yeah, he gets to do this. He gets to do this now. He gets to do this whenever he wants. So after this, it's you. That will be 27 damage, and he hits you pretty hard, probably further downward, batting you down towards the ground with his tail.
Nice.
So that hits for 27, and then it's your turn.
Oh no. So am I
Oh,
closer to the ground, as in like I'm 5 feet from the ground, or what?
5 feet.
I don't know. You said I was closer to the ground. How?
Oh yeah, like he's the way I picture it, because he's floating over the pool. That you jumped out, you hit him in the face a couple times, and now you're falling basically right towards the pool of water. And then his tail came and just fucking batted you down further. So you're probably like 10 feet from the water. Like at the end of this turn, you'll be in the pool of water,
Okay.
or probably in the middle of this turn if you think about it in time.
Yeah. There's really nothing I can do if I just got smacked down basically to the water.
Yeah, I mean, you could do something from the water, basically.
You
Like,
got swapped like a mosquito, bro.
yeah, you could like do some movement getting out of there, or if I didn't know if you had any sort of, because I mean, technically you could still do stuff while you're in the air. So any like key attacks or anything like that, I didn't know. So that's
true. Yeah.
kind of that's kind of where you're at right now.
I'm just gonna land on the water for right now.
Just land on the water. Okay,
Bitch,
Jesus.
Yeah,
Bruh,
he walks in the water.
I'm gonna land on that water.
Jesus, calm down.
I do what I want. I'm Goku.
So first you fall in the water, but then you fall in the water first, but not far, and then you crawl out onto the water.
Oh, I
But you
can't
can't-
land on the water, but I can.
No, you
crawl
can't
in
just
water.
land on the water.
But I
I
can
mean, that's-
crawl in water.
you're going pretty fast, my dude. You just got swatted. So I mean,
Think about it this way: if you land on the water as if it were ground, you take falling damage. If
yeah, you
not,
just take like bludgeoning damage.
but
So you don't want that.
if you fall into the water, you take no damage. And you
Yeah,
just
there you go.
I could use slow fall as well, depending on how much it is.
You drop like 40 feet,
I-
you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Get hit.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
All right.
All right, you do you then.
I'm
know,
just
I
saying, I crawled out of the water. I can't apparently land, but I can crawl in water. Can
Yeah.
I swim on land? Hey, you brought that upon yourself.
Begin searching through D&D Beyond. Can monks swim on land? Can use swim speed on land?
Yeah, it's called a walk speed.
Okay,
I got 50 out of that.
that works at all.
It works.
Swimming
It's
in
cold.
land.
It's called walking.
It's called walking.
This is new.
How do I do a brushstroke on land?
You don't because you just walk.
But I want to do a brushstroke.
Well, you're retarded. So stop that.
No.
Stop being a degenerate.
Oh no, that's all Kyle. I'm sorry.
So what are you doing?
He's not the one asking me to swim on there.
Hey, I can crawl in water. Leave me alone.
Doing.
Gosh.
Fuck, there's not a lot I can do. Jesus.
Go some matter.
This
I was
is
thinking about it.
this is what it be like to be a monk.
I know. I'm just gonna be a badass, and I'm gonna move to my teammates.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's fair enough.
Using your
I'm like,
land,
there's really nothing I can do.
using your land swim speed.
My land swim speed, yes.
Yeah. All right. So let's first resolve this. All right. So the dragon is now going to sorry. Bosses are difficult because they have like 15 different things that they can do.
I don't
So-
know if PCs are the same way.
Yeah. So he's going to fly down towards you guys and make some attacks. So he's going to try and attack each one of you, actually.
Well, piss out my ass and call me fucking Susie.
Actually, he'll probably just sweep his tail and see how many of you he can hit. So,
Okay, I'm back.
Oh,
oh,
hello.
welcome back. I didn't realize you left.
Brief thing. I landed. I came over to you guys. He's more likely attacking us because he's coming down to us.
And Nick has a land swim speed.
Yes.
Um,
I can not land on water, but I can crawl in it, and I can do a breaststroke on land.
Yeah. So that's what you missed. Welcome back. Is your armor class change in this wild shape, Adrian?
Yeah.
What's your new armor class?
15.
Okay. So, lucky for you guys, everybody gets hit. So he flies down and spins around with his tail and is going to be able to knock everybody's asses out.
Bet.
And that'll be 29 damage.
29.
Yep. So everybody gets hit for 29 damage as he sweeps along with his tail.
Bitch, you better be using that fucking disc right now.
92.
And
92. 92.
and then from the other side of the pool, you see, well, actually, it would probably be from the small dragon that's next to you guys, and then you see what looks like just a young dragon. It's more mature than the other two, but definitely not a full-fledged dragon. He comes out from the shadows and lurches his head back, and they both spew their acid breath at you guys. And I need dex saves from everybody.
$24.
Hey, nat 20.
Same.
28.
Wait.
And then Dex, 29.
20.
Alright. So Nick, you'll take no damage because evasion. The other two, you guys will take.
I vibrate my body so fast. I phase through the mist.
Okay, Flash, hold on.
My name is Gibby Allen, and I'm the fastest monk alive.
That's what she said.
I'm sorry, your girlfriend says she's the fastest man alive.
Fastest monk alive.
That too.
What happens when you're selling it?
Happens when you're on cocaine.
It sounds nice.
Perfect. Alright, and then you two will take 34 damage each.
Is that halved?
That is halved.
Yeah, sounds about
That-
right.
That's the half damage. That was
well,
half.
I'm almost
the half
below.
of 69.
I'm almost below 100 hit points.
Adrian there's two Adrians right now. Oh god, the other one left. There is not only was there two of your thing, Adrian, your face was in both of them.
They were moving independently of one another.
Oh, really?
Yes, so that was like super spooky.
Okay. I
So
rolled a 20 for the dex save.
okay, you took 34 damage. That's the half damage too, so
I'm so
be
glad
happy.
that I fucking did not get hit by that.
evasion. Smaller. So Gibby just
does
does the matrix, and
38 minus 34, you say, right?
yeah, that's 34 is the total after the evasion.
64 left.
Okay.
That's the Brontos hours left. 64.
And then from there,
It's my turn.
it's still, yeah, it is actually your turn because they both shot the acid.
Okay, so I lash again to this thing with my tail.
The big one, the little one, or the medium one?
Yes.
The one with the fewest hit points.
you can't go off that. It's a nice try.
You say the one that looks the most hurt. That's what you say.
Yeah, the one that looks more wounded, more damaged.
I mean, sure. Technically, it's the big one.
It's 26 to hit,
That'll hit.
and it's roll for 32 damage.
Whew. Whew. Brontosaurus.
I'm a Stegosaurus.
No, you're not.
Bitch, bet.
So was that? So you lunge out at this thing and you hit it, and you can hear the it kind of like thuds. You know, when it hit right in the chest, and you can hear it kind of reverb, and it starts to like fly backwards, and then it lands on the other side of the sort of cliff face next to the other younger dragon.
That's my attack. Then goes my pterodon.
Oh, right.
Pterodon is +5. Okay, 15 doesn't hit.
Uh-oh.
And then that's it.
Okay. And then back up to Rolf. So there's the little dragon that's right next to you. There's the big dragon and the medium dragon, which are on the other side of the pool. What do?
Okay. I'm going to take a look here. See what I can do. It seems to be working out pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna run up to the medium one.
Okay.
And
You can make it there.
yeah, I'm gonna start wailing on his ass now. So first attack, 30.
Okay.
Almost a crit. That was unfortunate. Second attack, 15. That's gonna miss. And third attack, 25.
Okay, so 2 hits.
And I'm gonna go ahead and roll for that bonus attack. 28.
Okay, so 3.
Alright. So that first one, I'm spending 2 stress points. And let's see what that does. First attack is going to be 21 damage. Second attack, 14. Third attack, 13.
So what's the total?
One moment, please. $48.
Okay.
And I'm going to dance out of I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to dance back out of his attack range.
Okay. If you try and move away now after just moving in, you'd probably provoke an opportunity attack.
Oh yeah, that's right. What else can I do? I do anything. Oh, okay. Well, I'll sit there then.
Okay. And then at the all right, and then if everybody could make a strength save for me again.
I got a 13. Oh, I got a 19.
Okay.
What roll?
Strength save.
Okay. I take full hit.
It's
What'd you make, Adrian?
I take full damage.
Well, it's not a damage attack. So what did you roll?
That I rolled a 2 plus, I don't know. What's the plus
Gotcha.
5 or 7?
Gotcha.
I don't make the save.
Yeah. Okay. And then what about you, Wes?
15 plus 5. That's 20.
Okay. So, Adrian, then it's probably because, maybe you lost your balance when you swung around like that or something, or maybe you're not quite adjusted to the difference in size, but the water underneath you is slick against the marble floor, and and you slip, and it kind of starts to pull you. It almost feels like it's like you're inching towards the pool of water. And you're effectively prone again.
So I have to ask something. How is it that he's a fucking brontosaurus and a little bit of water trips him up?
Because he's on a rock. He's on a rock face.
Wouldn't him being a huge size give him some kind of bonus to strength checks and being a quadruped?
Whatever his strength is. But you got to think also that if he's that big, that slipping just a little bit makes it a lot easier to fall over.
But he could only grapple part of the dragon and not the whole dragon.
When he was a crocodile.
No, but what I'm saying, no, it's like, yeah, never mind. It's good.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get the point. But and then from there, the larger dragon is going to beat his wings again and fly into the air further back into the cave. So actually, Wes, because you're the only one really close enough, I need a deck save.
Let's see.
Okay, again, I mean 2 different windows.
Yep.
15.
Okay.
I don't know my next question right now. I don't know why.
Okay, that won't cut it. So you take the full. Damn, only 10 bludgeoning damage. You lucky son of a bitch. But you're knocked prone.
Oh no, I'm under 100 hit points.
How much damage do I get?
You didn't take any. You didn't take
Okay.
any, Adrian. You're just knocked prone. And then
Just try to picture a Brontosaurus just on the side, whiling
flipping
the
and
tail
sliding.
and the neck is like.
Nick.
I just wonder if the monk can help me get up.
Yeah, pick up the Brontosaurus.
Yeah.
I'll pick his ass up if he fucking heals me.
Kind of hard to do. He doesn't have hands.
Fucking switch back. I'll punch the lizard for you if you heal me.
Use the relic.
You have it.
Yeah, you have it.
I don't have it. I
You
didn't
took
take it.
Yeah, you do.
No, the healing one, I didn't take it.
We all said you did.
I'm pretty sure they gave it to you.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
He's like, oh, shit.
Oh, I slipped it into his bag when we were coming in. He didn't see it, so
He's like, where's the relic? And you
That's the
have
lack
it.
of communication.
Where? You have the relic. Where? Where do I have it?
Because I don't have that written down.
I'll take it.
It casts heal spell. So just look up the heal spell. Nick, it's your turn.
oh god, okay. All right, so Adrian 100% has the relic.
Look it in my
Yep.
backpack.
He does now.
Somewhere.
Well, he doesn't have a fucking backpack on. Brontosaurus looking ass.
My backpack is at the edge of the pool.
There you go.
I want his bag. I'm gonna go get his bag.
You want to go through the bag?
I'm gonna go
Pull
through the
out the relic.
bag and get this fucking relic, this Tron disc looking shit.
Okay. So you pull it out, and it's like a large saucer, like a serving platter almost, but it has these different sections that spin, and it's just kind of constantly spinning, and you can hear just a very faint like grinding of stone as it does this. But you see all these different runes, and they're all spinning out of place from each other, and there's 4 different sections. So there's the outer ring and 3 inner rings as you're holding it.
That's a fucking puzzle, bro.
Alright, do they have symbols on them? Or are they literally just individual rings moving?
Oh, the rings are individual, like moving of themselves, but the runes all like lead into like it's supposed to be one big piece.
Okay.
But the piece, the inner parts all like
Okay.
shift and move, and it just constantly kind of like spins slowly as you're holding it. What do you want to do with it? You want to use it?
I'm gonna fucking use it.
All right.
Needs it.
So
You said heal spell?
yeah, look that up real quick for me,
I'm doing that.
and then roll a d6 as well and a d20.
Okay. Just a normal one, not heal wound or anything, right?
No, yeah, heal. The
Okay.
spell heal.
Yeah, I just want to make sure of that.
Yes.
Alrighty.
I have it here. It chooses
Hey, we all get
choose a creature
healed.
that you can see within range.
Yeah.
A surge of positive energy washes through the creature, causing it to regain 70 hit points.
Blindness, deafness, and all diseases affected by the target. All spells. Blah 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 blah.
This spell has no effect on constructs or undead.
You said you need D6 and D20.
Yes.
All right. D6 I got a 5, and D20 I got an 8.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay, I didn't
as
like
you
that.
it's just ironic that this is actually what it was. So as you're holding it, and the runes aren't overly complicated, and basically you just stop the pieces in the right order, and all the runes start to light up, and it starts from the outside and moves to the center, and then there's the centerpiece starts to glow a bright green light, and it starts to get brighter and starts to move out towards the edges of the plate, and you can feel the energy washing over you, and you can feel your wounds start to, some bruises, maybe some broken bones kind of start to reset and just this healing magic. It feels warm and comforting as you regain those hit points. I think it was 70.
Mhm.
But as it's doing this, the swarm of insects starts to like float over towards this light and starts to surround you and this disc. So I need you to make a Constitution save.
Okay. What about everyone else?
Actually, Adrian would have to make one too. Yeah.
Let me get out of Snapchat.
Yeah. Get out of that.
Fuck you, nigga. I say that on live YouTube.
Demonetized.
Fuck, you need views for to be.
Here comes Tumblr.
I'm your only view, so calm down there, mate.
And Miles.
I did get a six. No, it's just me.
Oh.
I did get a 16, and you said it was a con.
Yes.
All right, 16, and I get 6. So you know, your boy got that total too.
Okay, and then Adrian.
Me?
Yeah, make a con save for me.
Okay, wait. Where's this? Okay, 20.
Holy fuck, the zero's good.
No. 26.
Nice.
Great. So you both take 5 damage, 5 piercing damage.
Okay. So
As you
do
get-
I heal that 70 though, or no?
Yeah, you heal 70 and then take 5.
I was like, I want to make sure I'm healing this 70.
No, you don't get to heal anymore. The
Okay.
bugs are all powerful. They stop all magic.
Might. I don't know. These bugs have been fucking up Wes's ass this entire time.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
I took 4 damage from him.
Bro, I've taken the most damage here and dealt the most damage.
I don't.
So
Your kill count's still at 0, ho.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
fighting
taking the
big
most
boss.
damage. I have basically double the hit points pool.
The fuck? I've literally regained my entire hit points. I'm only missing 10.
now, ladies, we can talk about who has the bigger vagina afterwards.
Oh, it's you.
I'm winning.
No, you're not.
Let's gang
Big
up on
ass
the
dragon.
Bet. Bet.
So
Only-
I'll hit that red hang up button.
The only reason he's still alive is because he's flying around like a bitch.
right.
I don't know, man. I knocked him pretty hard in the air.
They
I
do
don't know. I
80
wouldn't count
damage.
him as winning for that.
Anyways,
I hit him for 32 damage, and he said, "Shit." So I think the big dragon is almost dead.
Nah, I wouldn't say he's almost dead, but
yeah.
I would say he's a little bit hurt.
So as he starts to fly back,
Oh, he's coming back now.
no, he's flying backwards away from you guys.
Oh.
And
Back.
But- yeah,
What
but
up,
as he does so, he lurches back and launches another stream of acid towards you. I need. Actually, Wes, you'd probably be out of the way, so I just need Nick and Adrian to make dex checks for me. Dex saves.
20.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
That's so bad. I guess 17.
Yeah.
Remember
So-
that 70 hit points he just healed?
Remember, I can fucking do. I
Oh,
can
but I was
roll that shit.
prone, kind of thing.
If you
Never
want
broke
to
hours.
Oh yeah, you were prone, so you have disadvantage.
I'm just gonna. All right. I'm just gonna
Roll.
come out and say I got 29 now. So fuck you.
Yeah, it goes to 10.
Unlucky. Alright. So then Adrian. You take. Well, that's not good. you take a full 57 damage, acid
Damn.
damage. As
57.
as your large form proves difficult to maneuver out of the way of this stream of acid as it hits you full brunt on the side on your side, and you can feel it burning away at your skin, your leathery skin. Then we have the young dragon, who is going to take a few steps back and launch.
Shit.
No, he's gonna launch a stream of acid breath at all three of you now. So I need dex saves from everybody.
See, this is when it would be useful to have things on a board so we can tell we're not all lined up.
Oh, fucking mom.
Shit!
Okay. You said we're doing dex again still?
Yes.
Alright.
25.
Didn't have rolled worse than days, but whatever.
I got 22.
Okay.
I got less than 10, so screw that.
Unlucky, dude. All right. That's and then so Nick, you don't take any damage. Adrian, you take 54. Wes, you take 27. Unlucky. And then the last one is the little baby dragon, who is going to lunge at you, Nick. He's gonna bite your ass.
Oh, daddy.
Not like that.
You see
But-
my ass.
But he's not really quick enough. You're able to kind of see him coming and move out of the way.
Oh, my matrix powers.
yes.
Ultra instinct.
Yes, your matrix powers. That brings us to Adrian. How you doing there, bud?
Okay, I turn back once again to human shape as I I'm rolling on the ground, just feeling the burn of the acid and all,
Covered in acid.
basically. So I move towards GB
Follow.
and grab the relic from him.
Fair enough.
And I
use
use it.
Cool.
And I use it.
Go ahead and give me a d6 and a d20.
5 for the D6.
Okay. And then a d20.
17.
Okay. So this time you used the ring and it does the same thing. It starts to glow and then it shifts outward, and you regain 70 hit points.
Alright, so question.
What?
It has a field of effect. The spell itself, 60 feet. Does that mean
So-
I get healed too?
No, it's a one creature. It's a single target. You have a
Alright.
range of 60 feet to use it on
That's
one.
why I just wanted to make sure of
Yes.
like get healed too from that.
Yeah, no.
Alright.
70,
That's why I won.
70 healing hit points healing at 60-foot AOE is kind of broke.
Yeah.
That would be fucked.
Hey, Mister, I've just now dropped under fucking 100.
I can't help that I rolled up correctly.
Whatever. what
No,
to
I
do.
still have one more action.
Do you? Oh,
Yeah. So I use this. I heal. And I I just send the Pteranodon to attack. Oh wow, yeah, Pteranodon. It's 21 for hit
on what?
on the largest dragon.
Okay,
21
that'll hit.
hit. Okay. And I do 11 damage.
Okay. All right, and then back up to Rolf.
Alright, so this. Alright, I finally got enough to do the. I finally got enough stress points to do these. So, Rolf is actually going to shift. Uh, he's going to take on this really big, like, uh, werewolf looking form. He's had enough of this shit. He's finally got stressed out enough to where he can do this. So, and he is going to start laying into this medium dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already so. How he's doing 2d8 damage to 2d6. So his first attack is going to be first attack is going to miss. Second attack is going to be a 28.
Okay.
Third attack is going to be 16.
That will not cut it.
Okay, bonus attack. Oh, he only hits once this time. But I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2. Can I spend more? Can I spend more? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna spend 2 to make this a 5d8. You 5d8 plus 5. Not bad. 25 damage.
Okay. All right, and then the. All right, so the dragon, the large one, its eyes go from this sort of glowing green color to a dark pitch black. Its pupils basically expand over its whole eye, and then it looks over. And then suddenly, as it's sort of flying back, it kind of gets next to a rock, and from there you pretty much see everything in front behind it, and then it covers the dragon, just completely disappear. It just completely turns to utter darkness, and you're not able to. You can't see where it just went. And then wait, yeah, correct. And then it's Gibby's turn.
Alrighty. Well, I'm just gonna have to go fuck myself for a minute. Trying to figure out because he basically went fucking invis, and he's being a cheeky cunt right now. I'm gonna go ahead and use. Actually, no, it has to be. Never mind. I have to do it as a bonus action. Well, fuck. And the fuck's it called? The contraption I have, because I wasn't able to find the knockback. That's just for like a simple spell to like just rumble something, nothing of combat wise, right?
The knock spell.
Yeah, I didn't see anything for it on the. Because I know you said just knock. I was like,
Yeah.
I just see
Be right back.
the individual one.
Yeah, choose an object you can see within range. The object can be a door, box, chest, set of manacles, padlock, other object mundane, blah blah blah. Target is held shut by mundane locked. Blah. Choose. You cast a spell, a loud
Yeah.
knock audible from as far as 300. Yeah. Yeah, so it just literally makes a sound, basically.
Alright. Well, never mind that.
Okay.
Because I was thinking of something different with it, but if it's just pure sound and no physical attribute, then never mind. Can I go into the water? Like, how far
Yes.
does the water go?
The pool of water, it's fairly deep.
Alright, I want to go ahead and, like, swim, like, a couple feet down into it.
Okay.
If we're going to play the hiding game, I'm playing it with it.
So you want to make a stealth check?
You know, fuck it. Let's do the stealth check. And let me pull that back up. Where's my stealth? I got a 13 overall.
Okay. And then next is okay. And then the other one, nope. So then the medium dragon
Oh yeah, I forgot he's there.
is going to attack at you, West. And he makes 3 attacks. One of those is a crit. And the other one, and one of the other ones will hit. So he lurches his head forward and lunges at you, and he bites down on you hard. He gets a good shot in, and let's find my dice. That would be great.
You got no dice.
I have no more dice. Okay. So then he is going to do. That's 34 piercing on the bite, and then 6 piercing or 6 acid damage on that. So a total of 40 damage on that on the bite, and then his claw will come in for 12 damage. So that's a total 52 on that round. And he gets you pretty good. And then the little baby is going to attack you, Adrian. Oops.
Yep.
Oops. If I could not drop my dice, that would be great.
Yeah.
So
double dick.
is going to attack at you. And is your armor class? You're human now, so your armor class is back to normal, right?
Yeah, 16, I think it is.
Yeah, that's what I have here. So he's actually going to just barely miss. And then it's your turn, Adrian.
Okay. Let's see how this works. I pull out my scimitar and I cast Steelwind Strike. What this does is first the weapon used in the casting and then vanish to strike like the wind. Choose up to 5 creatures you can see within range. It's 30 feet range.
Okay.
Make a melee spell attack against each creature. On a hit, the target takes 6d10 damage. So I just pick the 3 or the 2 dragons that are left.
Yep.
I got a 21 for
Okay.
one is 21 to hit. The second one is 24 to hit.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the 10 on here. One takes 24. And the other one takes 30 damage. Then to the one that took the highest damage, I send the pterodon to attack. That would be, it's 19 plus 5 is 24 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
And takes an additional 12 damage.
Okay, so the little one is slain, and you hit the bigger one as well for a decent amount of damage. And then we're gonna basically do lightning rounds now to try and wrap it up. So Rolf, quick,
Okay.
what do we got?
What's Makosa's target? Can we still see that? We can't still
the
see the
medium.
big guy.
Nope, he's disappeared for lack of a better word.
All right. Give me 1 second.
Oh, and I'm also teleported due to the spell. I'm teleported 5 feet from the target I hit. Obviously, the one that didn't die. So I'm
Okay.
5 feet next to it.
Okay.
All right.
You're gonna do
So, I rolled my 4 attacks. One was a 12. That's not going to hit. The lowest, excuse me. The lowest beyond that is 21.
Okay. Yep, that'll hit.
All right. Also spending my 2 stress points. Okay, first attack is going to be 38. Next is going to be 10 and then 15.
Okay, so what's the total?
So 38. 63.
Okay, so that will take the medium one down. So from there, you guys have killed all the smaller ones. So it's just the big one that is now hiding.
It's fucking MIA.
Come on, you pussy.
So what are you guys doing?
As a free as a free action, you say just leave your horde behind and we'll let you live.
I don't know if dragons can understand us.
I mean, no. As a free action, I say each of us take another use of the healing thing.
Mm,
Well, anyway, that's what just kind of yell at his general direction.
you just piss it off more and it fucking blows more mist at us.
If it gets him out of visibility.
Yeah.
We're spread out.
So you guys gonna start picking stuff up?
I will.
Yeah, might as well.
I'm watching for Dragon.
I get out of the water, I'm just gonna be like, alright, he never fucking came out. Fuck this dude.
All right, then everyone, while you're doing that, I'm assuming that you guys are keeping an eye out to just give me perception checks.
So no, basically, I say or I tell my animal companion to just fly around, like keeping guard.
Sounds like
Yeah.
your animal companion likes me.
So give me some perception checks.
It's just a dude in like
Oh.
a suit running around, flapping his wings.
It's like,
19.
hi guys, I'm coming to save you, master. Oh, fuck me. Literally what happened.
Just to throw this out there, I do have blind sight if it gets within 10 feet of me. So,
Okay.
Okay, I got
13 for
19.
perception.
let's see what I got here. I ain't got shit. I just roll. Get out of here. Oops. Yeah.
Okay. So
Where's he? Ah!
I'm guessing you guys are just piling shit, all the valuable things you can find.
Hell, we have a box that literally holds 6 feet of shit.
You do. And the meat shield's holding it.
Meat shield.
I'll throw it at him.
Alright, cool.
There you go.
I'm gonna fucking use this contraption.
Use it. Give me a D6 and a D20.
Gotcha.
Also, I'm bobbing and weaving.
The
Like-
D6, I got a lovely 4.
I'm gonna hit
Okay.
you with
D20,
that.
I got a lovely 13.
I'm gonna hit you with that fucking 60-foot line.
Ooh. So as it starts to
Arm gets
it
chopped.
kind of just like shoots up walls and then a top kind of like closes in, and as it does that, it sort of you could feel it start to kind of like let off this heat, and actually all of the metal in the area starts to just kind of warm up, and then after a while it feels like it'd been sitting in the sun for too long, so it's kind of got that like stinging heat. It's not like so hot that you can't bear it, but it's like uncomfortable, like when you touch the seat belt after
Oh, yeah.
after the car's been sitting out in the sun all day and you're like, ah.
Mhm.
That's one hell of a empowered heat metal.
It's actually just a weak heat metal because it doesn't actually do any damage. But
Suck it in, boys.
Yeah.
as you guys are starting to pick things up, you're putting them into the box, you're putting stuff into your bag. There's gold, artifacts, there's all sorts of, there's armor, weapons, there's all sorts of really just unique materials here. It's definitely a dragon's hoard. And as you guys are piling it all in, the pool of water behind you, you get a fresh drink, kind of trying to rest and unwind. As you quickly try and do this, you don't really notice it at first, as probably not until the last second, as you see just that kind of snake-like neck and head just peering over the top down at you, stealing from his hoard, and he can't help, even for fear of his own life, he can't help but try and stop you. And he comes out and he just spews another stream of acid down at you. We're going to restart the initiative. Everyone roll a dex save for me.
And I got that lovely 21.
Yeah, same.
I got a 20.
Fucking loser. 21.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
All
by
right,
the way,
so-
Molly is watching again, so should
Yeah.
want to let you know that.
So, Adrian and Wes, you guys take half damage. Nick, you take none. You guys will take 26 damage as he just spews acid down onto this horde
How
and it
much
kind of
Nick rolled?
flashes. So what?
How much Nick rolled?
Nick, he rolled like a 20 something, but he has evasion, so he gets.
Instead of taking half
It's a
damage, I
feat.
take no damage.
Yeah, so you guys just take half damage. He takes no damage because Dex champs. So, yeah.
I like that.
So go ahead and let's start back from Rolf.
All right.
How much
He-
damage was it?
It was 26,
26.
and he's on the ledge above you.
What is that? How when you say above you, how is it? How much is above you?
Probably about 40 feet. So unless you throw something at him, if you wanted to get in range, you would probably have to like go around and back up to him, which would probably take a turn, maybe 2 turns.
Oh man, it's almost midnight, so I ain't
Yeah,
gotta go.
yeah, we're close.
You said there's a bunch of weapons and stuff around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Start chucking them.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a spear at the motherfucker.
Yeah, you find actually that's the closest thing right next to you. Is there's this kind of long, ornate spear. Go ahead and make a ranged attack.
All right. Let's,
So it's ranged, so to use your dex.
yeah, I use my dex on my paws too.
Okay.
22.
That'll hit. Roll some damage. I think it'll be a D8.
D8. Anything special about this spear? Like is it +1, +2, anything like that?
It is. Not this one.
All right. So seeing as this is just a normal spear, I'm gonna throw him as like your horde of shit.
Yeah, it's a D6 on this one for thrown.
Let's see. All right, that's 10 damage.
All right. And then Nick.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my lovely fucking Big Bang attack. Not Radiant Sun, I don't remember what the fuck it's called. I got so many goddamn actions. Searing Sunburst.
Okay.
And so that is 8d6. And I'm gonna go ahead and empower it as well.
Okay.
So
Roll
the
some damage.
8d6, that's 24 plus 4, so 28.
All right. So he makes the save, but it's still it does still do damage. So you launch this ball, and it kind of goes over and behind him, and then it explodes, and you see him like kind of lurch up into the air and get blown over your heads and land on his back over this pool of water, and he kind of slithers and lurches a little bit before eventually taking his last breath. And you guys slayed a dragon.
We slain like 5 dragons.
Yay.
Yeah, but only one of them was a real dragon. The other ones were like little dragons.
Little. things.
and you guys are able to have your fill of what's left of this horde. And that's where we're going to call it. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Anybody who did or anybody who's watching afterwards, this was just a fun little thing to mess around with while we had some time. Check out the links in the description below. I'm going to try and put links to the Dead Man's Guide to Dragongryn. Check that out. That's where a lot of these neat little items came from. A lot of good stuff coming out of the AbTab group, so definitely check it out. Until next time, we will see you all later.